Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome to another video today. Hope you are keeping safe. COVID-19 is here. We are feeling the impact. We can only move forward. Today I'll be discussing with a very serious entrepreneur, a very experienced person on the impact of COVID-19 on automobile industry. I know you will enjoy it, but before that, let us have some intro. Welcome back. I'm so excited. Despite the situation that we are in, we can only move forward as human. COVID-19 is part of our daily life now. Let us begin to assess the impact and begin to know what happens post-COVID. If you have not subscribed yet, if you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video. That is the only way you can support us to do more. Yes, COVID-19 is a pandemic. It has affected the whole world globally. No matter the conspiracy theory, no matter what we say that is happening, no matter how much we try to relate it with the 5G network, what we know for a fact that COVID-19 is here, and it has affected every part of human life, and especially our mobility. Today I have Tunde Onakoya to discuss with. He's the expert, he's the mechanic, and here is his profile. Tunde Onakoya is a mechanic, entrepreneur, public speaker, certified management consultant, investor, and passionate advocate of vocational and technical education. He is the founder and managing director of Auto Clinic NG Solutions Limited, a business with interest in automobile repairs, vocational training academy, renewable energy, media, and remanufacturing. Let us go straight into the discussion. Okay, yes, good evening, and thank you for joining me this evening.
Good evening.
With your experience and the number of years you spent in this industry, how will you say that COVID-19 has impacted the automobile industry generally?
Well, I think COVID-19 has affected every facet of our lives, and we cannot isolate the automotive industry from every facet of our life, in the sense that the ecosystem, the automotive ecosystem, is run by people, mostly people, and if people are not in the best of times, in the best of shapes, in the best of health, definitely there will be impact on every industry that has people involved. And yes, there is an impact of COVID-19 on every facet of life, which automatically means it affects every facet of business, inclusive of the automotive industry. But if we really look at it, we know that there is going to be a number of things. The automotive industry now has to rethink its business as it is. We have to look at it from the perspective of impact on the value chain, and there is going to be disruptions, and the industry needs to also prepare for the new normal in growth everywhere. It has extensive interconnection to the upstream, looking at steel, chemicals, textiles, and the downstream, which is automotive repair market where I play, and the mobility services generally, that's the transport sector. So yes, there is an impact. If you look at it as well, it affects the employment. When I was doing some research, I realized that there are about 14 million people employed in Europe and 8 million people in the US, with about 1 million in China in the automotive industry. So if you look at it from that perspective, you will understand that yes, there really is a deep impact, especially now if you look at it from we're looking at it now from employment, and also it's linked to the economy. Because the turnover earned by the industry in some parts of the world goes as high as 7% of GDP, and in the US and China especially, it's about 10% of their GDP, which is a whole lot. So if you If you are in the automotive industry and you don't know the impact it has on the GDP of your country, then I'm telling you now that in some places it's up to 10% of GDP.
Wow.
So it's a difficult time for the world, and automatically it's a difficult time for the industry. So that's the impact that it's had so far.
Okay, so I know that you are done when it comes to, I mean, you have a very vast experience when it comes to automobiles and all of that. I want to know how it has affected you personally, your business. I mean, locally, let us localize it now.
Well, as much as we want to localize the conversation, the automotive industry in Nigeria is not as robust as in other parts of the world. So we're still very much dependent on a lot of things from other parts of the world. Let's look at it from about three perspectives. Say, the market will need about 10 years to reach the size of 2019 again. Meaning if recovery starts now in Western Europe, it will need about 10 years to get to this profit margin it used to be as of 2019, which is a lot.
Yeah.
If you look at it from that's profit. Now, if you look at it from supply, the dilemma now, for example, the truth is because of the supply chain disruption right now, the US auto production right now, truth is we need parts to make a car. We also need parts to repair a car. So there's a major disruption in the supply chain right now that it's a big deal. And because we do not manufacture most of our parts locally in Nigeria, we depend on imports as short worldwide right now, with workers staying at home, meaning that there's very little manufacturing, if any at all, going on. It means that there is a manufacturing or a supply deficit in Europe and the US for spare parts. And by the time production starts again in those parts of the world, they are going to have to meet local demand first before exports. So we're going to be faced with a lot of a shortage of parts, which automatically will drive up. It is you have about it has plummeted right now. The sales forecast for 2020 is looking at we're looking at less than 78.8 million units of vehicles to be sold worldwide. Less than 78.8 million, meaning that there would be zero sales of up to the extent of 78.8 million units of vehicles to be sold, which is a whole lot. And that's according to the IHS market analysis that was done earlier in April. So, and then there's demand issue as well. The real problem is that people are not buying cars right now, meaning that sales volumes are expected to be very bad going forward. Of course, we've talked about sales, and this is going to impact automakers' earnings generally. They won't earn money. And if they are not earning money, they're going to have liquidity problem. And with the liquidity problem, they don't have supply, they don't have money, they don't have sales. It's a big deal, really, for the industry. But it comes to the Nigerian market. For example, markets have been shut now for upwards of about 4 weeks in Nigeria, and it's been skeletal for another 2. So we have about 6 weeks of skeletal service. Even right now, the market, with the major market, spare part market for West Africa, which is in Lagos, is only allowed to open for about 6 hours 6 hours for 3 days of the week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's shut for every other day and it's only open for 6 hours, which means that there is a supply chain problem already. And no matter, I mean, look at it, the automotive repair shop business in Nigeria presently is considered to be essential services, according to the document released by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. However, if we are able to open shop and do the work, and we do not have supply of spare parts, then what are we doing? We really aren't doing anything because we can't get supplies because the markets are closed. So yes, that's how it is affecting right now. Of course, because people are not leaving their houses and they are driving less. It means that there's less repairs to be done on the cars. And even people that won't have impending or imminent repairs to do have to look at their finances and look at the pockets. People who didn't get salary for the past month will not, I mean, on their priority list will not be automotive repair. Most likely would be food and basic necessities cars can wait. So if you look at it, yes, it has impact on the value chain in Nigeria, and it will continue to do that until there's some adjustments that is being made.
Right then. I said that was a very good insight. The part that caught my attention is the fact that in Nigeria, we do not manufacture anything or many things. I don't know how to put that exactly in your words, but I believe COVID-19 is there to teach us some lessons. Are we picking up the lessons? I mean, Nigerians have been yearning for, industries, production, manufacturing of things we consume locally. Even the government have been, advocating for that, and they've been promoting that forever. What I'm saying right now is, again, if we look at our source of income, our revenue generation, it's mainly dependent on oil. I will still get to that part. I still want us to discuss that when we get there, how the price of oil has fallen in the global stock. So is it not time we start setting up our own manufacturing plants, whereby, thank God for the little we've been able to do in agriculture. Even during this period, we still have shortage of food. But then, for the little we've been able to do, I think we are coping. I can say that. Why don't you translate that into other sectors, automobile, other manufacturing? I mean, we start our manufacturing, processes all at once. I believe if we have started earlier, things will have been. I mean, the technology is now so mobile. Yes, I believe Nigeria is too old to be depending on other countries for parts. Like you mentioned, we have 3D technology now that can do metal, whatever, and they are well customized. I don't see reason why we should depend on other countries right now. So what do you have to say to that, please?
Well, I think one major thing that I've always made this noise. I mean, over years now. I mean, for almost a decade, I've been saying the same thing, which is that we like to jump, more like we like to truncate processes in this part of the world.
Okay.
Let's take it back a bit. We had the agricultural revolution all over the world, where production of food and cash crops was what the interest was. But a problem came up as a result of the agricultural revolution, which is, how do we do this on a large scale? How do we process what we have made? Because now we have excess. We can't just consume everything raw. Okay, how do we store exactly what we have now? We put all of this. These were some of the things that we had to deal with at that time that brought about another part of the revolution. And the part of the revolution that brought about was basically the industrial revolution. So the industrial revolution came to solve problems that arose from the agricultural revolution that we had, which was the fact that now we have to mechanize things. Now we can do more because we have been able to feed ourselves, but we want to be able to have some form of, let's say, food security. So we want to build silos, and we need to fabricate things. We need to make silos, and we need to improve agriculture. That was where the whole industrial revolution started. Then we needed to make implements, and then we needed to be able to move our goods from. So the industrial revolution came from that. But another revolution that was silent came after that, which was the technical revolution. Now, the technical revolution came about the fact that now we have manufactured so much of these things. How do we keep them useful for a long time? And how do we use these skills to solve some of these problems? So what did we do with that revolution? What we did with it was we now started creating artisans from there. So the artisans became the plumbers, because now we have manufactured things we need to build a house, but we need plumbers. Plumbers need to come and be able to implement this. Okay, after the plumbers, we now need mechanics. After the mechanics, we now need electricians. people that will maintain what is already on ground and be able to build on it. So the world needed that. So there were plumbers, there were carpenters, people needed to work in these factories.
Yeah.
And this needed people that were technically trained. So yes, we got lucky. The world started doing that. Now, after that, we realized that a lot of work that was being done by hand by these artisans needed to be automated to make it much more efficient. So automatically we moved on to the technological revolution, where IT came in, the computer, the digital age came in at that point in time. Yes. So now that came in. And the moment that came in, it changed everything. So when you talk about the fact that we have 3D printing and all of that now, all of this came into existence because now the technological revolution is moving forward into robotics and artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that we're doing robotics and artificial intelligence now, that is one of the results of that is 3D printing. Mm-hmm. But if we put the cart before the horse, we're going to have problems. Now, do we have the skilled manpower in Nigeria to execute? That's the first question we need to ask. Do we have it? Because if for example, we're talking about user design, user experience, and all of that when it comes to design. The question is, for you to know the pain point of a plumber, to be able to devise or develop tools that a plumber needs to do his job properly, you need to engage a plumber and talk to him and understand his pain points and know how to prefer solutions. So that even when you build whatever it is you are building in robotics, the plumber can tell you that, oh, this thing is doing the job the way it's supposed to do it. Because he has experience in doing that. But if we do not have the skilled manpower that this industry is going to rely on, how exactly are we going to be able to determine that we're getting the results we should get? Very, very important. Yeah. Vehicle manufacturers are coming into Nigeria now saying, okay, we want to start manufacturing cars in Nigeria and the rest. But have you gone back to assembling? They're going to be casual workers because we still do not have skilled labor. And until we understand that we need to build this human capacity for skilled labor, whatever industry we choose to venture into, we're still going to be eating the crumbs of that industry. We're going to people and everything, and Nigerians are going to be on the workshop floor because in fact, they talk about technology transfer, knowledge transfer.